Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Minecraft. I do not know when this episode is gonna come out because the last episode I recorded still isn't out at the time of this recording for even more stupid reasons than like the last time there wasn't an episode. When there should have been. I don't know, it's resolved now. It had to do with my editing software, it had to do with Vegas, but not in like the way of like it not working, but somewhat that. It's so weird. There was just I have no idea. I honestly have no idea. It had to do with the software not like opening the window. Like I would click on the icon on the desktop and it just wouldn't take me to the window where I can actually edit. And it's like I have no idea what I could have done. But anyways, I think it's resolved now, so yeah. But you know it isn't resolved? My tension, my feelings about these NBA playoffs, and it is just really affecting my life. It really is, man. Like, I envisioned myself. I don't know what I envisioned, man. I don't know why the NBA playoffs are affecting me so much. Like, emotionally, mentally, somewhat physically, and it's like, my god, dude. Seriously, I really do not know. I feel like you can make inferences based on, like, my investment in the NBA playoffs, and, I think you would be probably right in terms of, me not having anything else, right? Like, it should be like a fun distraction to distract from other things I have going on, but I don't have much else going on. Let me just say that. So, yeah, I don't know, man. This is the eve of Boston and Philly playing their Game 7, and yeah, this could either be like me mourning for Boston and like having to accept that Philly has a shot at winning the championship, or it could also be like the eve of me, I don't know, being like the eve of me mourning, but in actuality the Celtics win and like my fears get, quelled immediately. But I don't know, we'll never know, man, until tomorrow afternoon. It's a toss up, man. I don't know. I think I'm preparing myself for the possibility. I think until proven otherwise, I think Philly's winning. I mean, the Celtics haven't played that well at home this season or this playoffs even. I don't know, man. The story of the Celtics in 2023 is that they just can't seem to just like, yeah, I don't know, it's weird. It's a weird kind of flaw. They can't get out of their own way. They can't keep their foot on the gas once they've, they can't keep on winning a game after they win a game, They can't, it can also be described as like, they're not really clutch, Like, they don't really win close games that often, This, like, past Game 6 was, like, a good showing, I guess. Like, Tatum came up in the clutch after being, like, really bad for 98% of the game. But, yeah, it's the whole thing, yeah. And, like, Philly has shown up in big moments, right? Harden has shown up in big moments, and so has Embiid at some points, right? PJ Tucker is, like, a great thing for the Sixers, man. The Sixers, like, have talent, man. Like, it really is a roster that can beat the Celtics. I don't know if it's a roster that can win the championship, but I don't know. It really is, man. They really, you have to give them credit. I have to give them credit. I know. I just have a weird anti-Philly bias because of unexplainable things. I think I explained it before. I think it's mostly like an anti-Harden thing for some reason. Everyone has players they don't want to see win. That's mine. Okay, I established in like 2021. Oh man, yeah, rooting against the Nets, and then yeah, I don't know. It just happened that way. So yeah, I feel like officially I should be like, you know what? I feel like maybe the Phillies. I feel like maybe the Sixers are gonna win, man. I feel like they have a really, really good shot at it. And, you know, I apologize, okay? I apologize for being such, like, such, like, a weird freaking person in, like, being weirdly invested in wanting to see one specific team not do well, that I basically anti-jinxed it, you know? I'm sorry, okay? I'm okay. I tweeted I would love to see Embiid win a championship. Yes, I would. That's 100% true. You know, I'll be okay with it, okay? I'll be okay. I'll be okay with it, okay? I'm just saying it to myself repeatedly, right? I'll be fine. I'll be fine. It's fine. You know what I won't be fine with? If the Western Conference Finals doesn't work out the way I want it to. Man. But, you know, yeah. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. I just don't, you know, the way these NBA playoffs have been affecting me, man. I really need to take a step back. I really do. Oh, man. Yeah, if anyone wants an update on my general productivity in terms of writing, it is not really there at the moment. I'm in a weird in-between phase because I feel like I in general know the next thing I want to work on, but yeah, I am still like working on a short story, but that short story isn't, you know, obviously the end goal of what I want to work on. You know, I want to get back to writing like a novel. You know, I have the idea. I don't do this thing called like outlining. You know, maybe I'll try making a mood board, you know, going on Pinterest and like Canva, but I don't know. I just find those like mood boards not, you know, they're cool, you know, but I've never really looked at a mood board and I'm like, ooh, I want to read this book now because of that aesthetic. I don't know. I'm just not, yeah, that's just not really how I work, to be honest. I don't know. I feel like, you know, seeing the written words and like, you know, writing the actual story is what gets me excited. But like, yeah, it's supposed to be like an aid, you know, it's supposed to be like another thing, right? Like a lot of people like find that extremely helpful, and you know, maybe I might try it one day, you know, but yeah. Anyways, there is more book publishing Twitter drama to talk about, but I don't know. I feel like this certain round, like, it is a bit on the more, I don't know. I don't know how to describe it, to be honest. It deals with certain groups, I don't know, certain groups of this writing Twitter community, and like, you know, there seems to be like, you know, a bit of tension like recently in terms of like agents versus querying writers, like aspiring writers, right? Yeah. Yeah, I guess if I were to like basically, I have the Tread bookmarked. I wonder if I should read the whole thing. Yeah. It's basically a bunch of, you know, the main thing, I guess, one of the main things has been like, you know, an agent had a Twitter thread where it kind of, you know, the agent made true to statement, like it implied that, you know, authors are only in it for like a passion, but like agents do what they do because it's like their career, right? And like, you know, a lot of people interpreted it as like somewhat devaluing like the extremely copious amounts of hard work that aspiring authors and writers do in terms of like even just getting published, right? It'd be better if I just read it, yeah. Because, you know, I can't just talk about the NBA playoffs for freaking half an hour, right? That can't be a thing I do. So, yeah, let me see. Bookmarks. Here you go. An agent said in a tweet thread starting with this: writing a book is a passion, and whether or not that book succeeds is enormously personal, no doubt. But given that no one contracted you to write the book ahead of time, the success of that book does hurt your ability to buy groceries. That is not the case for agents. Oh, that is like way like. Oh, this is two. Oh, this is two. Tarantino style. It's backwards. Y'all, being an agent is a profession, not a series of value judgments. We are salespeople. We need to sell because this is how we pay rent and feed our families. That is the difference between being a writer and an agent. And I know writers hate hearing this, but it's true. And it's like, I think like from there, right? Like I feel like a lot of people had issues with it being the way it's worded, right? It's like it's the whole thing. It's like, yes, agents are like, yeah, like that is true about agents, but it is also true like, I don't know. It's also a thing. It's like you think that a lot of aspiring writers like only want to treat it as a passion, right? It's like some people want to freaking make it their career. Like some people are working like really, really hard, to make it, to try to make it their career, right? Like I'm currently not one of those people, but like I've thought about it, right? It would be nice. It would be a nice thing, right? And it's like, I guess, a lot of people had problems with whoever tweeted this, like, not recognizing that, right? Okay. Let me see if it's worth reading on. I think it is, yeah. This is not the case for agents. We only make money when we sell books, so we need to pick up books we feel capable of selling. That's the judgment. Can I sell it? Y'all are assigning so many cruel, misguided, point-blank wrong intentions behind what is, for us, a business decision. Not because we're callous and greedy, but because that's what it needs to be. We decided this would be a job, a way to make money, the same way people decide to be accountants and doctors and plumbers. Being an agent is not a passion no one can afford. No one can afford that. But by pretending we're all making choices because we think writers are scum, which y'all, I could be making $120K a year using my marketing degree right now. Let's be real. Of course we're obsessed with authors. I think that's kind of like, I don't know. When I first read that, I kind of was like, is it necessary to like say that? Like, to be honest, I could be using my marketing degree right now. I don't know. It's just, I don't have a personal vendetta against this. I don't know. It's just a thing I'm explaining, man, It opens up an interesting discussion, But it's also, I don't have too strong opinions on it. Like, I still have the same basic kind of idea. Like, I generally, in the future, like, want to query, like, agents, right? But it seems that on the writing Twitter community, there's been increasing, like, tension and like divisions made, intentionally or unintentionally between querying writers and agents, right? And like there was recently like in regards to like the black writing community on Twitter, right? There was a person who tweeted like we might need to update that list that includes a bunch of agents you shouldn't query, right? And then the point of that was like it's a list so that like you DM that person and like they send you like a list of agents that like are like you should not query under any circumstances, right? Like how Dylan Brooks was told. Yeah, and then like there was an agent or someone who quote tweeted that, or like maybe we shouldn't like like harshly judge agents, and then like it got met with a response by that original poster of like no, let's let's not, it's a whole thing. The bottom line is there's some tension. Yeah. Okay, this is no call for censorship. Live your life, but I promise you'll be happier if you step away from this punitive interpretation of publishing decisions. Twitter is not real life. Really? This is not where real book business happens. Really? And it's not where real publishing issues are solved. Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, that's basically the tweet. I mean, there's only 79 quotes, but, in writing Twitter, that's, like, numbers that indicate, like, it made the rounds. Let me see if there's interesting quote tweets on this. Anything. Actually, I'm not done. You might not think writers are scum, but someone dismissive of how much work authors, especially marginalized authors, do even to break into the industry so you can sell their books has no business acting as their advocate. Oh, man. Someone quote tweeted, "What if I forward tumbled true poison ivy into a lion's den?" Huh? And then someone quote tweeted, "Last I checked, being an otter is a profession," right? Yep. Another quote tweet, "Writing a book is labor. It is labor. Is it a labor of love?" Yes, but it is labor that needs to be paid. Your job is not more important than the otter's job. Humble yourself. Oh man, a lot of people are upset of like the agent not considering, not like, clarifying that like what otters do is also, even aspiring otters who aren't agented, is also like intense labor too, right? Which I agree with. Yeah. Oh wow, so someone quote tweeted, the classism alone, I can't." Oh man. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's a bunch of people. It's a bunch of people not vibing with the tweet. Yeah. Okay. The tweet starts out okay. This tweet starts out okay. "Don't take rejection personally because decisions to pass on a manuscript may have nothing to do with the quality/content of the manuscript. Just a mismatch," and then calls writers hobbyists who don't deserve to be paid. Oh man. I don't think the intention is they don't deserve to be paid. I mean, I don't think, I don't think it should be interpreted that way. I don't know. Yeah. Do I have any, like, opinions, on it? Yeah, I don't know. It's a whole thing. Yeah. There's another agent I follow that had a tweet thread that was basically had a, I don't know, somewhat addressed the things of like, there's been like lots of tension between like authors and agents, right? Just like advocating that like, they should be more united, right? Yeah, and like that's true, right? Yeah, it's okay. Don't want to mess with you. If only the Boston Celtics could like act like that, It's like, don't play with your food, man. That's what Boston does, man. The Celtics just play with their food, man. They just don't pounce, It's man. Anyways, yeah. I don't know. I just I just don't have that many like strong opinions, Like it's a whole thing. Like people, I think this whole like thing is coinciding with like the knowledge a bunch of like people in the writing Twitter community have of like publishing as an industry being just an unfair industry and like making like record profits but not filtering that down to authors, it's a whole thing, like, but that's the thing. It's like, obviously, like, there's systemic, like, ingrained issues, that deal with, like, class and, like, disproportionately affecting marginalized groups and people of color, right? And, like, many people have talked about how hard it is to be in publishing as a person of color, be in, like, this community, like, trying to get traditionally published as, a marginalized person, and that stuff, which is all like, yeah, like all of those things are like true, right? But I don't know. I think it might be somewhat of a thing with some people that they somewhat project like the institutional issues, with publishing and like unfairly apply that lens to just individual agents, when it's like, I don't know, man. I don't think it's that. I don't think that should be a thing, I don't know. I don't comment on these issues other than Minecraft videos sometimes, so yeah, that's basically just my 2 cents on it, Yeah, anyways, so do I have anything else in that regard? Anything else I want to say, maybe it'll get readdressed in this Twitter segment. Yeah, I don't know. Should I get to the Twitter segment now? Anything else? I'm reading a book. I teased last episode that I was reading a book. I'm still reading a book. I don't know. I might want to just save my opinions. I don't know. I feel like the thing I'm reading right now, I feel like I have an idea of like maybe just returning to my blog with my thoughts on it, because it's more than just my thoughts on the book. It's my thoughts on a bunch of tings. I think it'll be more of like a retrospective type of ting, you know. Yeah, I want to write, yeah, a thing I've been looking over recently. A thing I've been looking over is my recent, not recent, my like essays that I wrote in previous for previous classes, right? And I don't know, man. I don't know. I took this one philosophy class, which was about like morality, right? We studied different like ethical theories, right? Like utilitarianism and egoism, virtue ethics, deontology, right? And like one part of the class was like we had to write these like somewhat journals on like the theories. Like the professor would give us like a reading assignment, and then we would write like a journal that where we had to prove our knowledge of what we read, right, by writing about it for like 1 to 2 pages. And I don't know. The professor said that it can be informal, but I feel like I was a little too informal, man. But like I got an A in the class, but it's like I feel like I was just a little too informal when writing those journals. I feel like I don't know, man. I read over some of it and I'm like, dude, what why do I sound so like snarky in this, man? Like, and not in a good way. Why do I sound so like kind of you know? I feel like, yeah, I don't know. I feel like 2019 was also like a time when like I feel like I was generally kind of thinking a lot more like leftist too, right? As you know, a bunch of people on the writing community on Twitter are, right? It's the whole thing, right? And like I feel like I was like being too expressive of that. I don't know, man. It is yeah. I don't know. I can't really like specific examples. I don't know. I made like comparisons with utilitarianism in regards to, I don't know, like I would assume like in government policy it would like be a more interesting thing, right? The idea of like helping benefiting the most people, you know, something like that. I don't know. Just look up the theories. I've had to look up those theories for something I may or may not have been writing fictionally. So yeah, and like I think for deontology, like is it like one of the things is yeah, like it's I don't know. Just look it up. Just look it up. I talked about videos where people like help homeless people, right? And like I had strong opinions about that, of where I'm like, you know, yeah, like why do you have to film it? You know, I talked about that, and I guess my point was like, yeah, I guess I'm okay with it. I'm okay. You are helping people, but I am a little kind of cynical, though. I guess your intention was generally good, so it's fine, right? Yeah, I don't know, man. You know, there's another recent example you could point to with like a person on YouTube acting philanthropically in controversy. So yeah, I'm just gonna leave that there. So yeah, I don't know. The bottom line is that like I kinda don't like my voice in those essays. I don't know, man. One thing I really need to do is like gain confidence in writing nonfiction, man. Because I feel like I should like. I feel like that's what mainly has like been the thing where I don't blog anymore. You know, I should, man. I really should. If I'm not gonna make like videos, right? If I'm not gonna expound the effort to make videos, right? Like I probably should just like, you know, write blog posts. But I don't know. Yeah, I think I want to genuinely think about doing it. You know, no promises, but yeah. This will be like where I just like throw a bunch of thoughts out there, but like if you want more organized actual like thoughts, you know, in writing, my blog could be the thing. Yeah, it's called A Blog on Mango Street, right? Yeah, www.ablogonmangostreet.wordpress.com. Yeah, what a plug. Yeah, so anyways, anything recently? Yeah, in terms of music, yeah, I keep on forgetting like music I've been listening to. Yeah, in that last episode, I talked about Block Party and like songs that I've been listening to recently. Yeah, another one. Yeah, Biko. It's a really, really heartwarming song, like very kind of sad kind of song, like a ballad type song, which like, you know, from A Weekend in the City on, like Block Party was like really good at freaking doing ballads, you know. I think in like one review, yeah, one Pitchfork review, it said that like since A Weekend in the City, the best Block Party songs have been ballads, and that's basically kind of true, man. But Intimacy has some great bangers on there. I explained last episode, Aries, you know. Yeah, I guess if I were to continue to talk about Intimacy, yeah, I like how it like is very up close and personal, you know, like intimate, right? It can be very aggressive and very sensitive in like so many like different ways, right? Like it like you would think that like that kind of conflicts with each other, but it actually, yeah, it like works together like really, really well. Like in Aries, right? Like it's like extreme, it has like these extremely aggressive chaotic drums, right? And then in the middle, and then like right in the middle before like, you know, the bridge kind of before the final chorus, right? Like there's this part where Kelly just sings like really soft, like listening to dead singers in your room, and then you just like transitions, like it just cuts, and then it just transitions, you know, in 98, and then it just freaking goes like crazy again. Yeah, like Signs, you know, is a very soft and sensitive song. Biko is one, you know, and then there are like more aggressive ones like Trojan Horse, you know. Yeah, like I don't know, it's olding aggressive like parts, like yeah, the breakdown in Trojan Horse, the breakdown in Talons, the breakdown in Better Than Heaven, right? Like, I don't know, man. Like, seriously, just explaining more and more why, like, Intimacy is such a great album, man. I don't know. Just such freaking great album. And, like, Zephyrus, you know, I said last episode how it, like, it's not, you know, I don't think it's the best in terms of enjoyability, but, like, I don't know, like an interesting choice to just have like this backing kind of church choir-ish kind of thing, right? And like, but just have it be like a breakup song. Like, I don't know, man. Yeah, the bonus tracks, like Letter to My Son, you know, amazing. Your Visits Are Getting Shorter, I really like, I don't know, man. Just seriously, Intimacy, man. And like the last song too. Yeah, the last song, Ion Square, right? Yeah, it's just a nice, like, freaking, like, ballad, you know? It's, like, I don't know, man. This is, like, Intimacy, man, is just such, like, a great experimental, like, album where, like, the Block Party just took risks, you know? And, like, to certain people, they paid off, and, like, you might not, like, immediately get it upon your first listen. I didn't get a bunch of it on first listen, right? Like, you know, I didn't start, like, listening to Aries and, like, enjoy it until, like, what, a year or two ago? But, like, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah. I first started listening to it after Sound Alarm. So I listened to Sound Alarm in, like, June of 2017. Yeah, in full, because Like Eating Glass was in, American Wasteland. Tony Hawk's American Wasteland. So I played that in 2016. And in 2017, I got Sound Alarm. And then July of 2017, I got Intimacy. Yeah, so started listening to that. Yeah, I don't know. It's just a great album. Yeah, what else have I been listening to? M83, I've been listening to Hurry Up We're Dreaming, you know. There's a lot of filler on it, you know, but like on the tracks that are hits, they're really hits, obviously. Midnight City, Claudia Lewis, you know, like hits, you know. What's it called? New Map? Yeah, I don't know. Those are like the big hits, but you know, This Bright Flash, you know, I don't know if that could be considered a filler track. I don't know. It's just an explosion of freaking drums, you know, and like guitars, and it was just, yeah, beautiful, you know. Yeah. Metric, right? I wonder if I talked about Metric last episode. I don't know, man. I'm gonna upload it. Yeah. Fantasies, their album. What's the song? What's the first song? Help I'm Alive. Yep, there you go. That's a good song. Gold Guns Girls. At least only listened to it once, but yeah, it's a banger. Yeah. The 1975, I listened to a bit of their third album, A Brief Inquiry into Online Relationships. Yeah, love it if we made it. I don't know. It's like a grand statement for millennials, you know. I don't know. The lyrics of the 1975. I don't think I'm really into that, but I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I can really get into the 1975 from a lyrical perspective. I feel like when I like a song by the 1975, it's just musically, it's just generally good, you know. But like, I feel like I can only really like from 2 albums so far, right? That I've listened to. Like most of them, I would assume, like 60% of like the 2. I feel like I could only really like at most like 4 or 5 songs max. I don't know, because like the lyrics, I don't think I could really I could get into the band from a lyrical perspective. I don't know. Yeah, there's a bunch. Yeah, just I guess I'll look up the lyrics and like maybe comment on them. Yeah, thank you Kanye, very cool. It's a freaking lyric on there. I don't know, man. Maddie Healy is commentating on the chaos of modern life, and you know, being online in today's day and age, and like how that affects people. It's like, yeah, great. I don't know, man. I just feel like we have too much of that. There's just too much like media, etc., like that, just where the team is like, people, social media has affected people. It's like, yeah, like, I don't know. Yeah, if you want to like a band that like does it better, yeah, MGMT with Little Dark Age, yeah, like way better. Way better. I don't know, man. Such an overdone team. Like in IndieCast, like there's this like narrative that like Steven Hyden like always likes to say, like one of the hosts of the podcast, that Steven Hyden always likes to say, that like, you know, a narrative critics used to like judge a bunch of indie music in general that came out like from 2017 through 2020 was, you know, the current president at that time. But like, I don't know, man. I feel like you could just count on one hand those albums, you know, like that kind of music, like that kind of like resistance kind of music that directly referenced, you know, the president and being like, oh, these times politically, because it's like, I mean, there's always like political kind of music, you know, but I don't know, maybe there were more, I don't know. But like, an even more like overdone thing is just the general like thing we've had for a bunch of the 2010s, and even like now somewhat, of like social media affects people too much. It's like, so did you know that social media negatively affects people? Did you know that the internet can have negative consequences? It's like, wow, who would have thought? I did not know that. I don't know, man. I don't know. I wonder what like the greater Gen Z kind of thinks of that as like a team, right? Like, you know, Black Mirror keeps on like getting praised, right, of being like, this shines such a light on our society. It's like, yeah, I mean, I don't know, I just don't think it's I don't know. Like, if something has the overarching theme of like social media is bad, social media has negative impacts, you know, our generation is too online, I don't know, man. I don't know. Just too much. You know what band does that well? You know what song does that well? You know the band Echo Smith? They have a song called Lonely Generation on their second album that came out in 2020. Also called Lonely Generation, and that's a really good song. That's a really good song. That's a song that has lyrical themes of like, wow, this is our current world we live in, you know, but like, it's just not, you know, overdone, annoying. I don't know. It's just an annoying narrative, you know, because it's like, it's such an obvious thing. It's like you're basically just saying water is wet. Like, I don't know. I really do wonder what like the 80s, 90s like equivalent of that is. I don't know. Like maybe like in the 90s, like commentate, yeah, there was a lot of political stuff in music in the 90s, right? With like Riot Girl and stuff and like that, but I don't know. Yeah. Maybe in the 90s, yeah, in the 90s it was just like, wow, the youth are disaffected. Who would have thought, I don't know. Block Party had like a bit of commentary like that on A Weekend in the City, right? In general, right? Of like, on their second album, A Weekend in the City is their second album, and like songs like Uniform and like, Uniform base is basically about like, a theme of it, I guess, is that like the youth of today, which was like 2007 in that time, is like very like alienated and like, we only care about what's on TV and entertainment and nothing else, right? Like we were like, the government likes it that way, basically, which is like, it's not a generally new freaking theme to talk about. Oh yeah, I talk on that same album, yeah, the song I was like getting really into before that I changed my tune on in terms of listening to it more is The Prayer, which is about like performance, I guess. It's about like the pressure to like perform in like public and social situations, I guess. Yeah, the chorus is like really good. I don't know. Yeah, Tonight Make Me Unstoppable. Yeah, I don't know. I might like put the clip, but yeah, I don't know. It's like a really good song. It starts out kind of like, I'm not the biggest fan of how it starts, right? But I don't know. When it gets to that kind of chorus and when it gets to that like weird guitar part, like it's always like really, really good. I realized. Yeah, and like even other songs, yeah, like Where's Home, right, deals with like immigration and like how hard it is to be a second generation immigrant, living in the UK, and like, yeah, I don't know. There's just like, yeah, bigger lyrical themes on A Weekend in the City that I don't know if everyone like caught. I mean, they were plainly pretty obvious. Yeah, that's something Kelly said about A Weekend in the City versus Sound Alarm, is that like he made it a point to be more explicit in his songwriting, right? Between Sound Alarm and A Weekend in the City, which was like very clear, A lot of people thought the song Helicopter was about George W. Bush, those like the lines like he doesn't like chocolate, just like his dad, same mistake. Like, I don't know. I don't think he's really confirmed that yet. I think that he's mostly rejected that, so I guess he just wanted to be more clear. Yeah. Yeah, and there's, his solo stuff I talked about. Yeah, I'm just rehashing that. Yeah, I talked about music enough, right? Anything else I'm listening to? Anything about else? Oh, man. Yeah. Maybe I should. Maybe that should be one of the pieces I write. Yeah, Intimacy turns 15 years old at some point, right? Intimacy is 15 years old. An album that is very near and dear to me. Oh, man. Anyways. Yeah, how long have I been gone? Just like, 40 minutes here, whereabouts. Okay, yeah. Anything else? Anything I'm watching? Yeah, I finished the second half of the third To All the Boys film. Yeah, if you want, like I don't know, man. If you want like an example of like how much the NBA playoffs are just affecting me, it's basically been one of the only things I've been watching, like, other than anime. It's like, it is just insane, man. It is insane. I don't know, man. Oh god. Yeah, I need to finish the series. Yeah, Mismatch, which I said before was based on the book When Dimple Met Rishi, but like the series itself, like, I guess it starts off as, but it's very loosely based on that series now. It's like really, really good. I don't know how many people have been watching it, but apparently it has a third season in the works, and the second season came out like either last year, something like that. Yeah, it's like really freaking good, if you can take it being in a foreign language. But they do switch. They speak Hindi primarily, but like, there's like this one character who's from like basically like was it Santa Clara or something, Silicon Valley basically, and like he just speaks like perfect freaking Americanized English, right? And it's clear his character is just not from there, is not like from India at all. Yeah. Yeah, but like they speak English mixed in with Hindi, which is really cool. Yeah, I need to finish that. And I'm excited for another season, I guess. Oh man, some good stuff. Yeah. So, anyways, the NBA playoffs have been affecting me, man. They've been really, really affecting me. So, yeah. Anyways, let me just get to the Twitter segment and see what more interesting tweets there's going to be. Alright, first up, I personally love the direction movies are headed. I was getting so sick of filmmakers trying to deepen my understanding of the human condition. I just want actors I recognize to wear bald caps and tell me the story of the first BlackBerry or who invented Nikes. I love products. Yeah, this whole genre of like, yeah, the story of how a product gets made, right? Like, yeah, there's a movie about Air Jordans, right? A movie about BlackBerry, a movie about the Flaming Hot Cheeto. It's like, I don't know, I can't really get with that genre of film, you know? Like, make it like more interesting freaking things, man. It's like, I mean, I guess the BlackBerry would be cool, but like, I don't know. I'd rather like, you know, a story set in that time period, but like, you know, dealing with people in that time period. Maybe like a love story kind of. Oh man. Matt Ishbia pushed his front office to go all in for Kevin Durant and just canned the coach. Several teams will likely fight for in the coming days. Ishbia is a far, far better owner than Robert Sarver, but his inexperience and impatience is showing. Yeah. The Suns lost to the Nuggets, and yeah, they fired their head coach, Monty Williams, you know. Sad, man. Yeah, just so many like head coaches, you know. It's such a weird thing with, yeah, such a brutal world to be a head coach in the NBA, right? Those are the only, yeah, I might have said it in the last episode, the only like head coaches, right, that are still with their teams, right? Yeah, Steve Kerr, Eric Spoelstra, Michael Malone, Greg Popovich, right? It's like, if you're not those four, all of the other coaching jobs in the NBA have shifted, right? And it's like, yeah, like Michael Malone is the longest tenured head coach in the NBA, and he's only been the head coach since 2015, right? Yeah. The Heat beat the Knicks, by the way. Just like continuing on, I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna have much faith in the Heat if they meet the Sixers, man. I don't know. I'm sorry, but thank you to the Heat. Great season, but I don't know, man. I hope so. Again, I should stop being sad. Man. I love Philly. I love Philadelphia, man. Oh, man. Suns Bucks was the finals. Checks notes 2 years ago, and both coaches are out of there. This business, man. Goodness. Oh, man. I once heard ska described as what plays in a 30-something-year-old's head when they get an order of cheese curds, and nothing in this world is more accurate. Okay, yeah. Man, House of Anubis, man. Yeah, a clip of this just came up. I remember the show, man. Dark Academia Excellence, man. Yeah, I don't remember really liking it that much, though. I don't know. I remember watching a few episodes thinking it was somewhat interesting, right? It's about this American girl, like her parents died and they sent her to like this UK boarding school, right? Yeah, and they solve mysteries. I don't know, man. It's yeah. The prompt: is there a single TV show with better opening credits than Ted Lasso? What? Opening credits? BoJack Horseman? I like Family Matters a lot. I mean, like, if it's like better opening credits in terms of like creativity, I don't know, man. Certain animes, I don't know. KSI had another fight in a tweet. KSI on claims he KO'd Joe Fournier with an elbow. Nah, bro, I hit him with a massive shot and he was dazed. He was scrambling, tried to hold on to me for dear life. I was like, nah, your soul is mine. What? Yeah, he's calling out Tommy Fury. Yeah, he's saying he wants to do what Jake Paul couldn't and knock out Tommy Fury. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know what's inspiring KSI. You know. Yeah. Oh boy. Oh my God. Oh boy. Oh. I just want to freaking read tweets, man. Yeah, I guess I probably should not be on the roof. Yeah. Probably. Good idea to not be on the roof. Okay. Alright. I'm inside. Okay. Jesus. There was a boxing match today between this fighter, Rolly Romero, and this other fighter who looks really old but is only 40, Ismael Barroso. And apparently Ismael Barroso was winning the fight, and he even knocked down Rolly Romero, but yeah, he was winning the fight, but the fight got stopped for Romero, yeah. Like, Romero stopped Barroso, I guess, and like people are calling it a very, very weak stoppage. I don't know. Yeah, it happens sometimes with fights, you know. I don't know. It's a whole thing. No one really has a gauge, but like there are certain like stoppages you see where it's like, yeah, that's weak. You know, there are other ones where it's like, you know, you know, there are ones that are more up in the air. You know, I don't know. I just don't watch freaking fights live anymore. I can't really offer my opinions on things. Yeah, in terms of that freaking sport, Canelo fought John Ryder, another British freaking fighter he destroyed. But like, since he didn't really knock the guy out, you know, but he won basically every round and knocked him down, like in one round, right? I don't know. He did that, but I guess since he didn't knock him out, people are kind of saying that like Canelo is on the back end of his career, right? Which is like, yeah, I mean, he's like 32, 33. I mean, like, yeah, I mean, it would generally make sense that he's kind of exiting his prime or like a little bit past it. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I guess it's people just making the realization, you know. But I distinctly remember people were saying that about Triple G. People were saying that about Triple G after he, you know, lost to Canelo in the second fight, right? And then he fought this guy called Steve Rolls, and then like, I remember being on our boxing at the time, and like in like the tread, people were saying like, oh wow, I just don't like seeing him like get hit that often. Like he got hit a lot more than he usually does. It's kind of sad. He's getting old, you know? And it's like, yeah, he was like 36, 37, but it's like he's still, I mean, like currently he's still generally at like the top of the frickin' like division. Like he won against this guy, was it Ryota Murata, right? And to like win like another belt or something, it was a championship fight. Like, I don't know, man. Like, his career went on past that fight, you know? And people were acting like that fight in 2019 was, like, the beginning of the end. Like, I don't know. Yeah, he fought, who's it afterwards? Was it this guy's Sergey Derevianchenko, right? And that was, like, a close fight. And there were some people that said, like, that Triple G shouldn't have won that fight. I don't know, man. I don't know. It is just an interesting thing I thought about, right? It's like, I don't know. I don't think I'm mainly the type of person that immediately freaking calls someone washed. Like, immediate is always the first one to, like, say that a fighter is over the hill, right? Like, Larry Merchant famously said that, like, every fighter has, like, one great fight left in them, right? You know, it's true, man. That is true. Even if you're, like, really old, you know? Like, Bernard Hopkins had that a few times, right? Like, before he fought Jermaine Taylor, right? People were saying that. And then before he fought Kelly Pavlik, before he fought John Pascal for the second time to be the oldest fighter to win a championship belt. I don't know, man. It's the whole thing. Man, one time I was really drunk at a McDonald's and I ordered a 20-piece nugget with every single sauce because I wanted to try them all out, and the lady behind the counter said, "Oh no, we do not do that here." Alright. I could talk about that other thing that happened to that other team in San Francisco / Oakland, but it's like, come on, man. You know, a dynasty ended. It's like, okay, you know. It happened in China how many times, right? It's like, come on. Come on, man. It's cool. I'm just upset that the Lakers did it, to be honest. I don't know. If the Kings ended the Warriors season and symbolically ended their dynasty, oh god. If the Grizzlies did that, we were robbed, man. I keep on thinking about that. It's like we were so robbed, man. Everyone was just on such a freaking weird hype train of like, I want to see Steph versus LeBron again, you know? And I guess it's like because I wasn't like an NBA fan since I was like in high school. Like I wasn't like a hardcore NBA fan. I'm still just a general enjoyer. Like I don't have that same nostalgia. I don't have that same kind of, I don't know. It's weird. It's weird too, I don't know, in the NBA and both in like YA, right? Like I don't have a general like nostalgia or affinity towards the Hunger Games, you know? I feel like that's just such a major blind spot, you know? Like, you know, I'm trying to make it up for like one book that came out in that time period, but it's like, I don't know. I feel like I've somewhat missed out on that, and like I guess I've somewhat missed out on like watching in full the Warriors and like the Cavs Steph versus LeBron thing, but it's like it's also like I just keep it. I mean, it's like I don't know. I don't think I missed that much. I feel like following boxing was a much more exciting thing to be following. To be honest, I don't know. Yeah, just to me, man. Anyways, yeah. Oh, did you know that freaking American Football, that emo band, bought the American Football House? Some interesting thing that happened. Boogie and Wings of Redemption had a boxing match. Ugh, God. Oh, man, it's weird. Oh, man. Bad Bunny and Kendall Jenner were at the dynasty ending game for the Lakers. Oh, God. Wow. Someone tweeted, I found a rallies/checkers in the wild, so I had to document. And then Roy Wood Jr. quote tweeted, can't explain it, but rallies is one of those spots that always sits on the borderline of where the neighborhood you're in is about to change. See also AutoZone and Church's Chicken. I want to go to Church's Chicken. There's one in like San Diego. There is one I saw, but I don't know. Oh, man. Ooh, Damian Lillard tweeted, the SH I just watched in that Raleigh fight was disgusting. Landed a clean shot and pushed Barroso down. Called it a knockdown. Then Barroso still landing hard shots in the exchange, and Tony Weeks stopped the fight. With him not even wobbling. He was about to lose on cards. Shame. Man, dude, look at me. Yeah, my guy, man. I love it when Dame talks about boxing, man. I love it, man. Yeah, true. Oh, stat. That's what. Ooh, shit, dude. What should I quote tweet? I'm live quote tweeting right now. we need. Ooh, we need him. We need him commentating fights. Ooh. Oh, man. I'd love. I would love you. I would. Yeah, nah. Should I tweet? Nah, it's fine. I don't know. I just maybe was gonna tweet something like, I would love to see him commentate a fight, but whatever. Oh, man. Someone said Luis Ortiz's dad just dropped Raleigh. He looks like 10 years older than Luis Ortiz, to be honest. I don't know. He just looks old. How is he only 40, man? That's weird. How is he only 40? Oh, man. Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff about agents, man. Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff about agents. There's something that happened. This weekend. Yeah. There's something that happened, man. Yeah, some agent like left an agency, right? And like all the clients who are signed with that agent were affected. I think. Yeah, please. I am like, yeah. Yeah, it's a whole thing. Everyone is tweeting, man. Everyone is tweeting about people, yeah, Like it's in the freaking publishing kind of way, where it's like people aren't like directly addressing the thing. Like someone at some agency, I think I know the agency, but I don't know. What use would it be to actually specifically say it. Yeah. Angie Thomas quote tweeted the tweet about the Phoenix Suns firing Monty Williams, and then she said "Sod is coming." Wow. Man, Angie Thomas commenting on the NBA, Damian Lillard commenting on boxing. Man, dude. Man, it's good stuff, man. I'm begging networks and streamers to remember that TV is not film. Imagine if they had canceled Parks and Rec or Friends after their first season. Those shows were given time to grow. That's how they became classics. Yeah, you need those growing pains, man. And then a quote tweet. Yup, and writers are expected to find the voice of the show in 10 weeks with only 8 to 10 episodes to get the audience to fall in love. Then the studio spends nothing on marketing because they have too many shows, and when the show fails, they blame us. Yeah, the writer's strike is going on. Yeah, that's a thing that's happening. Yeah, there have been clips of shows, posted. It's fine. I don't know. I don't have any friggin' thoughts on that. A new Zelda game came out called, Tears of the Kingdom, and it's the sequel to Breath of the Wild, I assume. I did not know it just came out. Like, I don't know. Apparently, I don't know. I don't know. Video games now, it's sad. Like how freaking video games, like my whole thing with them, I just don't play anymore. Hey, I'm gonna freaking finish Life is Strange. I'm gonna finish Persona 4, okay? I'm gonna finish every game I started on this channel at some point. At some point. How did you build your Twitter followers? You dare, yes you. How did you build your Twitter followers? Oh man, I wish. Let me see what the quote tweets are on this. A bunch of people are artists. Yeah, a bunch of people are just artists. Yeah, where are the people who just tweet freaking words, man? Yeah, I really do wonder what was it these posters' first tweets, man? They just decided to you know what? I'm just gonna post stuff on Twitter, man. What an interesting time, man. Oh man. Yeah, let me see this clip. Yeah, true. Let me see this clip. Yeah, should I put audio on for this? Yeah. Barroso is freaking, yeah, look at that. What?
Oh my, that was bad. Oh my goodness. Tony Weeks.
Yeah, that's a weird stoppage, man. Yeah, what is this? I'm trying to see. It only has the somewhat beginning of it. Yeah. He wasn't hurt. He wasn't hurt, man. Maybe it's just because he looks old that Tony Weeks, decided. I don't know, man. Yeah. Yeah. I saw a tweet that also said that, he was the same ref that let Castillo keep on getting up, in Jose Luis Castillo versus Diego Corrales. Oh, no, he kept on letting Corrales get up versus Castillo, right? That fight, which was one of the best, most exciting fights of the 21st century. Yeah, that's weird. What is this stoppage, man? Look at the reaction, How must it feel to be Raleigh Romero? Yeah, who who probably thinks to himself he didn't deserve this win, man. I don't know, man. I don't think he deserved this, man. This is weird. Yeah, I don't know.
Tony Weeks, and I gotta say it, a weak stoppage here tonight.
All right, man. Jesus Christ, that Moro guy, freaking I would so watch freaking more Showtime broadcasts if he wasn't freaking commentating, man. Too much, man. Too much wrestling terminology, man. Stop it, man. Oh my god, dude, please. It's just a generally kind of annoying thing, man.
Just sucking the partisan crowd, they're jubilant, they're ecstatic.
Refs, you suck. What was that? Mamma Mia. Yeah, okay. Alright. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that was a very extremely weak stoppage, man. Extremely, man. Extremely. But seriously, you cannot overstate just how old Barroso looks. He looks like a grandfather, man. Dude, like, why does he look so old? Like, Hopkins didn't look this old at like 52. Why does he look so old? It's not his body, it's just his face. Like, why does he look so old? Like, why does he look so old, man? I don't know, man. Man, that's just, yeah. Anyways, yeah. I guess just that's all the fun tweets that have been here. Yeah. I think I'm good, right? Should I have like one final thing? I've been doing it more of a thing recently where I have something like after the Twitter segment. Anything I've missed, yeah. It's like in Pardon the Interruption, right? If you know that series, yes, I'm like poisoned. I'm poisoned by freaking ESPN, man. ESPN has poisoned me, but not to the point where I think the Lakers are winning the championship. Just, general poison that I know what Pardon the Interruption is. They have a thing at the end of the show where they go over like errors and omissions, right? Any errors and omissions in this episode I would like to address. Yeah. I guess I was like expanding on my Block Party kind of take. Yeah. Oh man, what I say? Intimacy, I think, is the second best Block Party album, but it's like, it's hard, man. I don't know. I think Sound Alarm is like my favorite album of all time. Yeah, I think it is somewhat objectively their best album, but like, I don't know. I feel like under certain criteria, like Intimacy is their most like accomplished work, Yeah, I talked in last episode that like that Balloon FM, whatever kind of video essay I linked before, that video essay about Block Party, like he makes an argument that like if we were judging albums by like how much they grow and change, 4 would be like the prime contender for that, right? Yeah, but like, I don't know. Intimacy is just such a special album, man. I need to write about it. I need to write about things, but yeah, I need to write more in general. Yeah, I don't know. Recording these, hopefully I can get this up. Yeah, my editing software. Hopefully it just stays active, because I did pay $200 for it, DaVinci Resolve I got in the interim, and like, I think I opened it up. It can open, and like I feel like I can learn it, but I don't know. I've just invested so much time and like money, Like I know how to use Vegas generally, right? Like for as little as I edit, it's like I know how to use it. I don't want to have to learn another freaking editing program, I don't want to have to do that. I'm used to freaking Vegas already, man. Oh, God. I mean, I don't think the Oakland Athletics are gonna get used to Vegas. Oh, God. Too much, man. Too much. I'm just poisoned. I don't know, man. I need something. I need something in my life, I guess. Yeah, I don't really, know how the Padres are doing. I think they're kind of just middling right now. Yeah. Yeah, is it Manny Machado and like Juan Soto haven't been like hitting that well recently, but like Tatis came back, and apparently he doesn't have ringworm. Oh man! Any updates on like the Connor Ben Egg situation? That's still a thing. Man, I don't know. Yeah, he's fighting again, I guess. Chris Eubank Jr. and Liam Smith are gonna have a rematch. Oh man, I'd be interested to see that. I really do. I kind of do want Eubank to win that, man. I don't know. I watched one of his earlier fights was this guy called Liam Williams, and he knocked him down like 5 times in the fight, right? On like punches that don't seem that like hard or like powerful, right? It's like he just kept on getting knocked down though, right? And it's like I don't know, like who is this guy, man? I don't know. That's the thing with Chris Eubank Jr., that he seems to only just have like domestic fights, Like, yeah, I learned recently that he was in talks to fight Triple G, but yeah, something happened, and then like Kell Brook instead got the fight, another British fighter, right? I don't know, man. Yeah, that probably wouldn't have been good for Chris Eubank Jr. Probably wouldn't have been good, But maybe he could have lasted 12 rounds. I don't know. Yeah, probably not, man. Yeah, like the only Canelo and was it Daniel Jacobs, the only people to have lasted 12 rounds. Oh no, yeah, Derevyachenko, yeah, that guy too. Yeah, it's old thing. So I guess that's basically all I've been doing recently. Hopefully, it's okay if these series don't work out the way I want them to. I'll find something else, man. I'll find something else to talk about, okay? I'll find something else to obsess over, honestly. I promise, man. I promise to not get too down, man. I promise. I will be fine. I'm speaking it into existence. I will be fine. I will be fine, okay? And I hope everyone is fine in their own lives, man. Because, I'm trying, man. I'm trying. That's the whole thing. Yeah. I'm trying. I need to toughen up, like Biko, yeah. I need to toughen up, so. Anyways, that's the episode. I feel like that's everything I wanted to talk about. Yeah, thank you, and see you on the next episode when it gets uploaded.